like the ones I used to know, where those treetops listen and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow, the snow. Then I am dreaming of a white Christmas with every Christmas card I write. May your days, may your days, may your days be merry and bright. And may all your Christmases be white.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops listen and the children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. Yeah, 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 I'm dreaming of a white Christmas with every Christmas card I write.
May those days, may your days, may your days be merry and bright. And may all your Christmases be white. Smiling all the way. Hello. Hola. Konnichiwa. Watashi wasta. I think he gotta move. Unless he wanna go in here. You wanna go over here? No, you can't. Move you back over here because I don't want you to be a distraction. You go right there. Hello, everybody. Hello, somebody. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another installment of Your Mental Health Matters, Staying Mentally Aware, Season 2, Episode 14. Yes, you heard it correctly. 1 and carry the 4. Episode 14. I am your beautifully melanated, also animated, and highly educated host, better known as DeAndre Morris Jr. As you can see, we'll get into that. Hello, I'm giving time for people to come on, but you know we're on a very tight schedule. Making sure you ain't. All right. We're not really on a tight schedule. I take that back. I just know that people's time is valuable, so I really don't want to hold too much of your time. But when there's something to discuss, there's something to discuss here on Your Mental Health Matters, Staying Mentally Aware. Where here we discuss mental health on a whole new level. Hello, everyone. Season's greetings, magnanimous humans. Season's greetings. Look at me, I'm over here taking notes. Oh. I didn't change any of that. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I'm glad that I am alert and that I am mentally aware because I'm here for yet another episode. We're here. We're going to talk. We got some dialogue that we have to talk about this week. But before we move forward, let's get into this. Let's get into the feng shui. I'm going to move forward, but I also want to give you a visual. You know, my favorite segment of the show is the mental wellness segment. So once we get to that segment, I'm going to talk to you all. But look at this. Isn't this cute? Decorated by yours truly. I am very festive. Those of you who are watching, you know I'm very festive. So December is my month. Even though October is the month I was born in, December is really my month. Like, I love Christmas time. I really do. I really, really do. Before we get into the mental wellness segment, I do first want to invite everybody to like and subscribe to my channel on YouTube. Yes, I will say it week after week. I have transitioned. I've morphed over from the Facebook Live platform into the YouTube Live platform. I did so because I wanted to expand my audience, and I am doing that by me going live every week on a mental health broadcast on the U of the Tube. I have really expanded not only my horizons, but my audience. So you can find episodes of Your Mental Health Matters, Staying Mentally Aware from the first season. I have 15 episodes already uploaded on Facebook. I don't utilize it as much, but my episodes should be able to be found. Just type in DeAndre F. Morris. Those 15 episodes are all available for your view. But season 2 episodes, all 14 of them, look at me just trucking along, are made available here on YouTube. But in order for you to stay abreast and stay afloat of what's going on my YouTube channel, you must like and subscribe. You can get all the subscription notifications. You can get all the updates, not only episodes, but my randomly dropped gems as well. I do drop little 15 to 60 second gems during the course of the week, and it might be a pick-me-up. You know, this is the holiday time, so you want to not be in that funk during the holiday time, but we'll get into that. Like and subscribe to my channel at PHOCALPOINT numeral 2. Again, that is at Focal Point numeral 2. Or you could just simply type in my name, DeAndre Morris Jr. The banner should read Your Mental Health Matters. You found the right place. So again, at Focal Point 2, like and subscribe to the channel. You may have stumbled upon this because of something I previously posted, but if you haven't liked and subscribed, you won't be in the loop of what's going on with Your Mental Health Matters, Staying Mentally Aware. I also want to remind everyone of my new email address. That is ymhmsma@gmail.com. I know you're asking what that acronym stands for. Your Mental Health Matters, Staying Mentally Aware. So ymhmsma@gmail.com. Please send me all of your letters. Send me all of your affirmations. It is the holiday, so I'm definitely not accepting any hate mail now or no negative energy now because it's the holiday. As you can see by my sweater and my avant-garde in the background, my decor in the background, you see I am very spirited. So I don't really need any negative energy clouding the spirit that I have become very fond of at this time of year. So again, ymhmsma@gmail.com. Please send me your affirmations. Send me any letters that you would want me to read aloud on air. For those of you who have been sending me positive messages, affirmations, or anything relating to HIV/AIDS, which is basically what I talk about that a lot here on this broadcast. I not only talk about mental health, but my background is in HIV/AIDS as a public health and sexual health professional. So I do have certain episodes and certain dialogue within episodes that are HIV/AIDS related and STI related. So those of you who have been emailing me asking for HIV and STI help, for any resources or services in your area, I really appreciate you for trusting me with your confidentiality. No, I would never get on this broadcast and blast you because everybody is not as confident as I am with their HIV status. Those individuals who do live with HIV every single person that sends me a letter or I come in contact with in person is not comfortable being out. They're not comfortable with being public with their HIV status. So do know that whatever emails you send me and you don't want me to read them aloud, you just want to talk to me about some resources and services that are available in your area, do know that I would never, ever, ever get on this broadcast and break the confidentiality that you have embedded in me. You trusted me with something that is sacred to you. So I would never, ever blast you. But do know that you can always send me emails at ymhmsma@gmail.com. If you do need to look for any resources, I do still do the work. If you want to talk about anything mental health related, I'm here. Positive affirmations, kudos on my show, I'm here. Keep all the hate mail. I do not have the time for it, as you can see. So I just want to say I appreciate the existence of people who have been really keeping in touch with me. As we move forward in this episode, I am probably going to discuss that a little later as we get into the topic, but I really want to say, as I look in this camera before me, I really wholeheartedly and genuinely appreciate everybody who has been keeping in touch with me. Not just via email, but FaceTime, phone calls, text messages, my personal email that's not the Mental Health Matters email. Thank you all so much for just inboxing me and just staying in the loop, or keeping me in the loop, or keeping me in your spirits, or keeping me in your prayers, or keeping me lifted. Just reaching out to me just to say, I'm proud of what you're doing, or I see you, or I just had you on my heart. I wanted to reach out and touch to make sure that you were okay. I really genuinely appreciate all of that. I appreciate your existence. I'm glad I have my box of Kleenex right here. Where is it? Because I have been an emotional wreck for the last 4 years since COVID, and I just got to keep my box of Kleenex close because I might cry at any minute. But I've been doing good on this show. I've been doing real good on this broadcast. I'm so happy in myself. But yes, stay tuned for, or like and subscribe to my channel for all of the happenings, all of the new episodes of Your Mental Health Matters, Staying Mentally Aware, and all of my randomly dropped gems. Amen. Amen. So now let's get into my favorite segment of the show. What is going on since the last episode? What has happened all week? This is a mental wellness check-in. Are you feeling really good? Are you feeling anxious? Are you having a really rough time right now? Even though it's the holidays, I need to reach out, or you need to reach out for support, or you don't know how to feel right now. Please put in the comment section. Let's talk about it. If you don't want to put anything in the comment section because you feel afraid of everybody reading the comment section except me, email me. We can connect one-on-one. Let me know how you're feeling right now. Because just like I said a second ago, just because it's the holiday time does not mean everybody is as festive as I am right now in my cute little Christmas sweater, looking all merry and gay and very homosexual. Homosexual? Is you a homosexual? A what? A homosexual? Yes, I'm a homosexual. But I am feeling really good. I really am. As you can see, I am very festive. I am very holiday spirited. I got my cute little gay sweater on and my hat. You know I'm real cute. I got to be real cute and homosexual if I'm going to be on camera with y'all. But I'm feeling good. I am. You can hear it in my voice. I'm really doing good since the World AIDS Day episode. which was on a Sunday, December 1st. So I suppose since December 1st, I've really been in a holiday spirit. Now, because this is a mental health broadcast, and I always have to remind folks who are tuning into this episode, even if you're not tuning in tonight, you're going to catch this episode 7, 10, 15 days later, maybe tomorrow when it's officially uploaded. Since this is a mental health broadcast, I will say this. Without being disrespectful, because that's one thing I would never do. I am honest, but I would never be disrespectful because I don't like people disrespecting me. That's one thing me and my dad, that's a commonality me and my dad share. We don't take disrespect lightly because we are not disrespectful people. We don't come into the scene and we know the room is uplifted, but we come in and we be a Debbie Down. Me and my dad are not like that. We're not disrespectful people. I'm not a disrespectful person since we're talking I statements. So I don't appreciate disrespect. So I'm not going to give it out. Is the point that I was making. I had to say that disclaimer before I say what I say right now. And before people jump in the comment section or start emailing me like, oh my God, is everything okay? Everything is fine. However, in order for me to keep my festive spirit, my non-by humbug spirit, let me repeat that, non-by humbug. I'm not in no by humbug spirit right now. I'm not really in a dreary spirit right now or in a spirit of, oh my God, I got a lot going on. I'm not in that spirit, nor do I downplay people who are kind of in that spirit right now. Because just like I said a second ago, this is the mental wellness segment. Everybody is not festive like me right now because it's December. Just because the calendar says December don't mean, oh, I'm going to be jolly. I'm so happy. I'm so joyful. That's not true. Because, case in point, because I'm saying everything for a reason. Everything is going to come back full circle in a minute. In order for me to keep my festive spirit, I'm going to have to avoid my family this year. Love them dearly. But sometimes you get in a situation and you get in a headspace where you know how the whole year has been. You know how the whole entire 11 months have been. This is the 12th month out of the year. You know, now I'm talking to all of my festive people around December, January time, around Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. All of my festive holiday people like myself know that you cannot be around Debbie Downers or around dreary energy around the holidays. Now, I know it's going to be a lot of people that agree with me on that. And I said all that to say, I really haven't been in a good place with neither side of my family right now. And this is me being honest, but I'm going to keep it respectful. Because this is a mental health broadcast, and we talk about mental health dialogue. And not only does your mental health matters, but mine does as well. I want to always put myself in the equation when I'm talking about your mental health matters, because all of our mental health matters. And I might say something on an episode that may open your eyes and be like, you know what, DeAndre, that's how I've been with my family too. Or you know what, DeAndre, that's what's been going on all year with me too. You know what I'm saying? So everything is said with intention. Everything is done with intention. I love my family. Love both sides of my family. Those family members on either side of the family who may catch this episode at a later date, when you're scrolling through your YouTube on your phone, you might catch this episode. I'm being completely honest. I love you. I'm looking in the camera right now. I love you. I do. But right now, from the energy that I've been picking up from both sides of my family, both my mother's side and my father's side, I think it would be best if I do not go home for the holidays and I stay where I'm at, stay put for the holiday season. Because I really, really want to keep a spirit, a festive spirit, a holly and jolly spirit. And I don't want to be in that bah humbug spirit that I've been picking up on all year from my family, even now. Love you. But you know, if you need to talk, I am here. You can always pick up the phone or email me or FaceTime me and let me know what's going on. But right now, it's December. You personally know, I'm looking at you. Yes, family member that's watching this episode that knows me very, very well. You know I'm a very festive person. You know me better than anybody that's watching this. I don't want that festive spirit to be dampened this year. I love y'all, and I'm going to say that a million times, but it will probably be best for my mental psyche and for my spirit to just stay out of the equation from both sides until we can come full circle again, you know, since we're in the mental wellness segment. However, I am doing quite fast. I'm good. I really am. I've been great. It was a health insurance situation that I had to deal with, but I'm keeping that in God's hands. I should have made my health insurance more priority and not last minute. That's my problem. That was my fault. I had a little health insurance thing that kind of took some time, but I know that it's going to work out before the new policy starts next year. So I'm not worried about that. But since you all want to know, since most people love me and they are really genuinely concerned about me, I'm just going to let you all know what's going on. But the health insurance situation will resolve itself. I am holly and I am jolly, and I cannot wait for Christmas because it has been a year, and usually Christmas and New Year's holiday wraps up the year. Even though we know what's coming in the new year, 2025, it's still going to be the year of our Lord. So, smile. Be happy. Put a smile on your face. It's okay. We're going to get through this. We are. Let me take a swig. We're going to get through this. Now, and I don't want to keep beating the nail in the wood, like keep on hammering the nail in the wall. I don't keep doing that. But I will say this before I move forward. Sorry. Everything I have made mention about me keeping myself out of the equation from the family, it's going to make sense. It's going to come full circle as soon as we get into the topic of the week. Because I had to think about the topic, and then I had to think about how this topic affects me. But I don't want to reveal the topic until it's time to get into that segment. So just know that I'm a very family-oriented, very loving, very kind person. I shouldn't have to sit on camera and broadcast that or try to prove myself, because those of you who are avid supporters of me and really know me, or have been, or even if you haven't met me in person and you just been following me on this broadcast, you know from your own observation that I'm not no dreary or negative person. I'm not. I try to get on camera and keep you all mentally aware and keep my composure. You know, the least of my worries is me crying. Like the what I'm most concerned about, not the least of my worries, but what I'm most concerned about is crying on camera. Because I really don't want to get emotional and get that deep to have you all crying. But if it comes and it happens, it happens. This is a mental health broadcast. We're going to discuss all feelings and emotions that pertain to your mental health and wellness. So, as I continue moving forward with a smile on my face, put in the comment section how you feeling. If you're watching this broadcast, please talk to me. If you don't feel confident putting anything in the comment section because you're afraid of what reaction you might receive, which, by the way, you shouldn't even give a damn about what other people are saying in the comment section. Let that be my concern. Let me worry about the negative Bettys and the negative energy in the comment section. Let me handle that. Big Scorpio over here, okay? Let me handle it. You, on the other hand, should not worry about putting anything in the comment section below this episode and we talk and we have dialogue. Don't even get that negative energy out of your spirit. Don't even, if you're a very upbeat, uplifted person, keep that negative energy away. It's okay. But overall, my mental health has been, my mental position, like my mental headspace has been festive. It really has, since the first of the month. Every December, because December 1st is World AIDS Day every year since 1988. That's the correction. I'm sorry. I know the last episode, my World AIDS Day episode, I said that it was 1995. It was 1988. I'm sorry. But ever since 1988, World AIDS Day has been an observance globally. And it really helps that with me being HIV positive the last 15 years, World AIDS Day falling on December 1st helps me to start reflecting not only on my life, but the lives of those who we've lost. Reflect over the year, the last 11 months that led up to December 1st. Get festive, get happy, because I know that 24 days from World AIDS Day every year is Christmas Day. It's Christmas time in Hollis, Queens. Let me not get started. I watched the last episode of Abbott Elementary, and that stuck on my brain now. Because the way that they were doing the winter show, the winter program, and the beginning of the episode, watch Abbott Elementary. I swear, you will fall in love with Abbott Elementary. That is my comfort show and nobody else's. Let me put my spectacles on real quick. You know, I'm sitting here reading small print. And with us getting ready to discuss the topic that we're going to discuss, I need to make sure that I can see you, but I can't because I'm so glad that you all get to see everything that happens that make this show happen. Everything that happens behind the scenes, you're seeing on camera. I gotta clean my glasses, adjust the camera setting, and it keeps sliding. I gotta slide it up. I'm gonna say it every episode. I'm going to get on your nerves with the same thing every episode. I cannot wait until I get a big contract and I have a production team. I do not have to worry about all this. I almost went there. Let me have a festive mouth. If I'm going to be festive this month, I need to have a festive mouth too. I gotta be holly and jolly. Don't be bah humbug, like I just said. Okay. So, again, comment section. Let me know how you're feeling. If you want to reach out to me, you know my number, you know my email address, you know how to reach me. Everybody can reach me. Now, even if you don't have my number, you have my ymhmsma@gmail.com. So please connect with me. I am I don't want to use the word excited, but I'm very intrigued about this week's episode. Because of this week's topic. So now let's go ahead and reveal the topic. The topic of this week is mental triggers today. Mental triggers of 2024. Mental triggers in 2024. Mental triggers, period. We're going to discuss triggers. Triggers might be a multiple episode because I do have a friend who actually does a series. Kudos to Sanjay, who lives in, I don't think I pronounced his name right. Sanjay, who lives in Arkansas. My really, really good friend who I've been disconnected from, but I've been disconnected from a lot of people. But hopefully, if he sees this episode, I do give you kudos for not only inviting me to one of your episodes of the Trigger series, but just even creating it, curating such great dialogue in the Triggered series. So I thought about my friend in Arkansas, and then I thought about this year. So I might do a multi-episode on triggers, because that is what we need to be discussing now. Before we wrap up this year, I want to make everybody mentally aware of triggers and how they are affecting us now and how they can change, how they can be changed before the new year. Like if you have awareness on something, then you know that you can start working on developing a new habit or working on developing a new change, you know. But first you have to bring light to it. You got to bring awareness to it, and that's what I'm here for. So before I move into the topic, I do want to be statistical. I know usually I'm not statistical, which is why I put on my Barbara Walters glasses, but I'm usually not statistical. I usually don't get on here on episodes and, you know, blurt out statistics, but I do want to, because it triggers is a very serious topic to some, I would like to discuss a few facts that I have researched via Google and health.gov. It's a few statistics and a few things, a few facts that I had just researched before the episode that I want to bring awareness to. So, according to recent data, the COVID-19 pandemic, and this is why I wanted to discuss this, the COVID-19 pandemic significantly increased the prevalence of anxiety and depression globally, with a 25% rise reported by the World Health Organization, highlighting the pandemic as a major mental health trigger for many people worldwide. Additionally, studies show that younger adults are more likely to report increased anxiety related to current events like the economy and political climate, with many citing stress and sleep disturbances as major factors impacting their mental health. Now, I want to give you all of these facts before we get into our dialogue because it will make everything make sense. The COVID-19 impact. Now, everybody who is anybody has been affected or infected by COVID-19. If you didn't catch it ever, you've been affected by the social economy because of it. So I have to bring awareness to what COVID-19 has done to our country and to mental stressors and to individuals' mental health levels. Everything has been changed because of the COVID-19. As I just read, it is most people report that the economy and the political climate, because of the COVID-19 pandemic, has been triggers for their mental health. Remind myself to pick up some bottled water. I need a case of bottled water. COVID-19 impact. I want to continue reading the facts. COVID-19 impact. A 25% increase in global anxiety and depression prevalence was observed during the first year of the pandemic, which was 2020. Look at me. Anxiety on the rise. Recent polls show a significant rise in reported anxiety levels among American adults, with concerns about current events like the economy and political climate contributing significantly. Like I just said, people are very concerned about what they're paying for food, what they're paying for gas, what they're paying in their mortgages because of raising interest rates and APRs, what they're paying in credit card bills. People are very anxious about this. You know what I'm saying? And it is my due diligence to bring awareness to how the COVID-19 affected this economy and this country as a whole, including myself. I almost died of COVID and had it for 4 months before I could shake it. So it was something that hit the country like a whirlwind, and we didn't really have no instant reaction to it. But stay home, everybody. Being isolated at home, away from everybody, you don't want to spread the COVID. It really did a number on a lot of people. So I got to bring awareness to that. Generational differences. Younger adults between the ages of 18 and 34 tend to report higher levels of anxiety and are more likely to identify social connections as a key factor affecting their mental health or lack thereof. You know, some people are very extroverted and really need to be around social settings and be in social circles. And that quarantine did a number for a lot of extroverted people, because extroverts really need to be in social settings and not quarantined away from other people. Forced quarantine. I am very extroverted, as you can see. So the quarantine did a number on me. I'm like, I had worked from home for a whole 12 months, and then after 12 months, it's like the world changed. I came back to the office. I'm like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? People were different. It was a weird time when I went back to work in 2021. It really was. But let me continue. As you notice, I said the age group of 18 to 34. That's like maybe, because I'm a millennial and I'm 40. I'm not even in that age bracket. 18, that's probably like Gen Z, maybe early millennials. Like early millennials and late millennials and Gen Z. Because I'm like one of the early millennials. That's why I'm, cute and 40. But a lot of the Gen Z, like my niece and my cousin who are young, my niece in college who's 21, my cousin who's 20, they're Gen Zers. Stress levels are through the roof, both of them. And I've observed this through the years since COVID in 2021. So the last 4 years, I've been noticing a lot of behavior patterns, a lot of different anxiety and depression levels. It's really done a number on our country. It really has. And it done a number on family connectedness, which I'm going to be discussing at the Minneapolis Central Library here on December 21st from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock. Of course, that's a shameless plug. I got to shamelessly plug everything that I bring to mind. Last fact that I have here, stress as a major factor. Many individuals report stress as a primary factor impacting their mental health, with concerns about current events being particularly prevalent. So, yeah, like I just said, stress, anxiety, depression, a lot of schizophrenia, a lot of things, and a lot of different disorders have been developed over the last few years. It breaks my heart to know that the people I talked to, certain clients that I had in 2019, before the COVID pandemic even hit, were totally different then, behavior-wise, appearance-wise, personality-wise, and now in 2024, they are totally different. A lot of people have picked up vices like alcohol and very hard drugs. A lot of people picked up eating disorders. A lot of people picked up bulimia disorders or eat list disorders. So it was a lot of different issues happening when there was no social setting, no social connectedness. People are just at home on quarantine for a long time, just figuring it out on their own. That was a huge stressor in a lot of people's lives. And again, all of those facts can be found via Google and health.gov. I just wanted to make sure that I gave a few facts before I got into the actual dialogue, because how triggers relate to me. Well, first and foremost, before I do that, I got a writing prompt for you all. You know I like to play English teacher. What triggers you? Simple 3-word question. What triggers you? Comment, put it in the comment section, or email me at ymhmsma@gmail.com. What triggers you? Even if you see this episode 7 to 10 business days from today, I want you to email me. What triggers you? What are your triggers? What are things that, better question, what are things that used to didn't trigger you in 2019 before COVID that triggers you now? I have to take my glasses off on that one. Let me repeat that last question, because you can answer either one of these questions or all of the above. What things did not trigger you in 2019 before COVID that triggers you right now, 5 years later? That's the most important question, because that question is going to segue into me. If we're talking about triggers, in 2019, I was not triggered as much by negative energy as much as I'm triggered by it now. Because in 2019, before COVID, which was the last year, personally, now I'm speaking personally, in my opinion, it was the last year of the normality. It was the last year of friendliness. People actually went out and wasn't afraid to go out. People wasn't afraid to go to the grocery store and greet your fellow neighbor in the same aisle. It doesn't matter what time of year it was. Now, granted, a lot of people are festive and holly and jolly because it's the holiday season. But after New Year's, come January, people are going to hit the reset button and go back to their old selves. But me, on the other hand, I'm not like that. This is the way I am all the time. I tone it down a little bit during the year, but people who know me well know that I'm a very festive, very gregarious, very extroverted, very friendly person. Y'all thought I was going to say demure, right? Well, I said it. But I am a very outgoing person. 2019 was the last year I witnessed anyone in a public setting being outgoing with each other. It's sad but true, in my personal opinion. People were friendlier. People were kinder. People said, excuse me. People said, thank you. People said, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Yes, sir, no, sir. People were kind. People said, thank you and you're welcome. Like, it was a very kind environment to live in here. COVID happened in 2020, and here we are in 2024. I have never been as triggered by negative energy as I have been now, because everything is so social and so social media. Nobody's out in public and interacting with people face to face. People want to schedule virtual meetings. People want to interact with you on social media only. People want to DM you on Twitter. People want to DM on Instagram. Nobody wants to meet in person anymore. But the comments sections on social media can drive a person crazy. I have never seen so many negative people in all of my life. We spend so much time on social media platforms anyway, and we start to see different behavior patterns and different thought processes and different things come out into the ether, come out into the atmosphere. And there's so much hateful energy right now. I don't want to blame it on the president. I really don't. Because that person has not gotten into office as of yet. So I'm not going to blame it on the president. However, I am going to take credit for the political climate because as you just said, as you just heard me read, most people were upset or stressed or triggered by the political climate and the economy. So I cannot turn a blind eye to the political climate. Even though I have never been as political as I have been this year for the Harris-Walz campaign, I really don't want to continue to blame the political climate on stressors, but I can't turn a blind eye to it. I cannot, because I was even concerned about the political climate. It triggered me. Since we're discussing triggers, first I said it was negative energy. Then I said, just like everybody reported in the health.gov report, the political climate triggered me. But I was able to get out and work for the Harris-Walz campaign, both with the DFL and on my own time. I really did a great job with that to turn out to be disappointed from it. But I'm not going to turn a blind eye to what I did this year. I don't regret anything. Kudos to T.S. Madison, by the way, because she tweeted that last week. Never regret anything in your life. Both past, present, and future. Well, both. Past, present, and future. Never regret anything in your life. Because what happened has made you who you are. Everything that has happened in my life has made me who I am. I have never been as politically conscious as I am right now until I worked for the Harris-Walz campaign. So I really want to commend that administration, well, that campaign, because it didn't become an administration, that campaign for opening my eyes to political rights and political talk and political jargon and political dialogue and political initiatives. I really appreciated that, even though the political climate has really been a trigger to me. People who criticize my work triggers me. Since we're discussing triggers, you know. In that famous words of Erykah Badu, I'm an artist. And I'm very sensitive about my shit. I really am. I don't like to put anything out into the ether that's going to continue to get criticism. But again, that just goes back to my first trigger of negative energy. Never, ever, 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 ever in my 40 years of existence have lived on this earth and experienced so much hateful energy and so much negative energy and so many hateful comments. And I mean, I had scrolled through Twitter and Steph Curry posted a picture of him and his family. Do you know how many hateful comments? Oh my gosh. You would be surprised at how many hateful comments that photo got. And this is this man's family. So we are living in a time right now where people are so big and bold and people got stuff to say and people are going to say it, whether it's hateful or not. It's really, really bothersome. You know, I've been triggered by a lot. Things that I have not been triggered by in 2019 to now, it's like ridiculous. I'm triggered by my family right now. And I know me saying that verbally doesn't sound cool, but I'm triggered by the lack of family unit that we have for the holidays right now. But I also got to think about the report that I just read and how people are stressed, and understand that people in my family are human too. They're all adults too. And they have stressors and triggers just like I do. But collectively, when it comes together as a family, it doesn't look good. You know, everybody from the top on down, they have stressors and triggers that they're dealing with right now. It doesn't make good for a good holiday event or a good holiday gathering, you know? So in order for me to not be triggered or not have any stressors arise around the holiday, like I said earlier, I just got to keep myself out of the equation. You know, I just got to keep myself out of the equation for now. Drugs and alcohol use is on the rise. People have really, really turned to vices like drugs and alcohol to really cure numb the pain, not cure it, but numb the pain that they're suffering with. And that's not good, because those types of things, like those uses becomes habits, and habits can become very, very detrimental to your life. You know, too much of anything is bad for you. Too much alcohol, too many hard drugs, too much cholesterol, too much saturated fat. It's all bad for you. But having things like drug and alcohol use become a habit is very, very detrimental to people's lives. And I know it's a lot of families that are dealing with drug and alcohol use within the family, and that could be a trigger for family members. You know, I got to really not look at the small frame, but the big picture. But the small frame is my self-care and what I need to do to make sure that I'm well protected, so I won't be triggered by certain people, places, and things. You know, I want to stay upbeat. I want to stay holly and jolly. But in order to do that, you got to make sure that you are protecting your peace by any means necessary. So with that said, I just want to make sure that people are aware of triggers and how they arise and how you can stop them. You know, me personally, I am working on rebuilding not the family unit, because it's going to take everybody, a collective effort to do that and rebuild that family unit. But I am taking a effort to reconnect with the family unit. You know, I'm on this episode right now, and I'm saying everything that I'm saying right now in regards to my connection with my family. But I do know that I'm going to reconnect, and it's going to be the most beautiful reconnection. But right now, we just need to take a break. We need to probably be in our own isolated bubbles and really figure out, because like I just said, but the political climate is really real, and the political climate has really affected a lot of people's moods and attitudes. So people are in their isolated bubbles trying to figure out what 2025 is going to look like. And I'm doing the same. Not only am I doing a mental health broadcast, but off air, like offline, I'm really here trying to figure out my end of the year goals and my end of the year plans before we start this next year of our Lord 2025. because, man, we are in for a time. But know your triggers, know how they arise, know what triggers you, understand what they are, and understand that it could be just the littlest thing to the most massive thing that can trigger you. Triggers are okay. Triggers are okay. As long as they don't become, again, detrimental to your self-care and your well-being. Know what your triggers are. Reach out and talk to somebody about your triggers. Even if you don't want to take therapy, you have me. You have someone who has made you aware of what triggers are and who have an available email address too. So you can send me any mail. Tell me what your triggers are. What triggers you? That's your writing prompt anyway. Email me and let me know what triggers you. I do believe I want to make this a part 2. I do want to continue talking about triggers and come here with more facts and more statistics about suicide rates and things that what triggers have caused these things to happen. What triggers anxiety? What triggers depression? What triggers schizophrenia? What triggers manic depression? You know what I'm saying? Those mental health situations are triggered by one thing or another. And I believe we need to continue talking about this. Really don't want to continue talking about triggers around the holiday time, but because I made you aware of it, this will be a part 2. So next week, we will be discussing mental health triggers today, or mental triggers today, part 2. So you know the topic of the week for next week, because I want to give people some time to really delve into triggers and what has been triggering them the last 11 months. Tell me. Let's talk about it. I do want to read some of these, triggers, these trigger emails on air, just so I can let people know that me or you or your neighbor or anybody, you're not alone in this. There are people in the world that have been triggered by one thing or another. We need to discuss it. Moving forward with the episode, self-care management. On my notes, I said I don't have anything to discuss this week. I don't have, because usually my self-care management is a problem and then the solution that I've created for that problem. I don't have a problem, so I don't need a solution. I'm festive, I'm holly, I'm jolly. It's December. Today is December 6, 2024. In the next 19 days. Ooh, I had to do quick math in my head. The next 19 days, it is Christmas. I can't really complain. I'm really, really in a great mood. I'm really in a great situation. I do want to continue our dialogue next week. Those of you who live in Minneapolis, I will be discussing family connectedness within our next COVID impact conversation with the Minnesota People of Color LGBTQ plus Pride organization. That conversation will be held on Saturday, December 21st from 2 o'clock p.m. until 4 o'clock p.m. at the Minneapolis Central Library in room 202, meeting room 202. The next day to follow on Sunday, December 22nd, 2024, from 12 p.m., I was going to say 12 a.m., Lord, 12 p.m. to 4 p.m., we will be doing our second annual Toys for Tots event. The Minnesota POC Pride organization, the organization I pride myself in working for, will be doing a Toys for Tots event for the second time in a row. We have many, many families. Think about 200 families have signed up to come and pick up toys for their children. So I'm always excited when we can do a Toys for Tots event for our community. We are a community-based organization, and what is a CBO without the C, which is community? So Yeah, I'm just excited about. Oh, and the Toys for Tots event will be taking place also at the Minneapolis Central Library in the auditorium, the Wilder Auditorium on the second floor. I will be coming back to you next week with another reminder. This a reminder, but you will have a reminder in the next episode as well. So again, no self-care management this week. I might not have a self-care management to a segment to discuss for the rest of the month because I'm really trying to stay joyful. I'm not trying to create problems around me. I guess I could say, well, no, I can't say that. Let me move forward. Next episode of Your Mental Health Matters, Staying Mentally Aware, is Friday, December 13th. Yes, here we go again with this December 13th. I mean, it's Friday the 13th, but it's in December. So I'm okay. Friday, December 13th, 2024, 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time will be the next episode of Your Mental Health Matters, Staying Mentally Aware, where, yes, I did reveal next week's episode, which is Mental Triggers Today, Part 2. I do want to come forth with more stats and more facts, as well as read some triggers, letters, some people who discuss what their triggers are and why on air next week. Next year, 2025, stay tuned. Keep your eyes on me because I got some people who want to come in and be interviewed for Your Mental Health Matters, Staying Mentally Aware. And some of those people are some highbrow people. Some of those people are some public figures that you may know and adore. So, yeah, I'm over here making backdoor deals right now, which is why I got all smiles. So, yes, tune in for my next episode on Friday, December 13th, 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, you all. You know I love you all. So, closing gem is, don't forget, it's the holidays. You know what that means. You see how I said, the inflection that I used when I said that. You should know what I'm talking about. It's the holidays, y'all. Like, come on. You know, I understand that this episode was a triggers episode and what triggers you and bringing awareness to triggers, but if you, and this is me being very, very serious right now. Now, I know I'm sitting here looking festive and looking very cute, but I'm being very serious right now with what I'm getting ready to say to you. I'm going to look in this camera and I'm going to be very serious. If you know personally that you have some triggers that might affect your family holiday time, it would probably be best if you just stay away. If you know that there are some triggers that might pop up, even little bitty triggers that might tip the iceberg in your head and you might fly off the handle with your family at the holidays, don't be unfair with your family. And I'm being very serious about this because some families have really, really been through it this year. And they look forward to the holiday time, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's, to really have a festive, joyful spirit. Do not be the family member to go to the family gathering and ruin your family spirit. Please don't. It would probably be best if you just stay home and just stay out of the equation. You know, what do the lonely do at Christmas? They sit down and they reflect on the year that they've been triggered and just know that family time isn't really what I need to be doing right now for Christmas and New Year's. So I'm just going to be at home. You know, I'm not going to be lonely, but I'm going to be away. You know, I'm going to be at home. And that's okay. I love my family. I'll be popping back up next year. But right now, I'm really, really trying to keep my spirit. I'm really trying to just live in my truth and just stay happy right now. You know, this is the happiest I've been all year. I really, really, really need this happiness right now. You know, I really didn't want to get into an emotional space around the holiday, But this has really, really been a rough time. This has been, I know I've been on multiple episodes talking about the type of time or what I've been going through, and just trying not to get an emotional or sappy, but it's been rough. It really has. But it would be best if I just stay away and just try to be festive and protect my peace and just reconvene with family in 2025. But just know that I love them. They may be receiving a Christmas card next week. Yeah, this month. I'll be sending out Christmas cards this month. So my family will be receiving Christmas cards. I love you, but I have to protect me. So yeah, I really, really have to protect this here. So yeah, don't forget it's the holidays. If you're really feeling festive, go around the family and be holly and jolly. But if you really not, then maybe you do need to sing "What Do the Lonely Do at Christmas," because it's unfair to just take a bad mood around good-spirited people. So that's just me being honest. That's my honesty moment. And there you have it. We've come to the conclusion of yet another installment of Your Mental Health Matters, Staying Mentally Aware. Where here we discuss mental health on a whole new level. I have been your beautiful sapiosexual of a host, DeAndre Morris Jr. Yes, I did say I'm a sapiosexual. I really love to tap into the mind before I tap into anything else. I have been here and I poured my heart out to you. Now I want you to pour your heart back out to me. Don't forget your writing prompt. What triggers you? Email me, ymhmsma@gmail.com. We've come to the end. I love you all. Be festive if you can. Be holly and jolly if you can. Try to shake that bah humbug spirit. Try to shake that very negative spirit. Be joyful. Be happy. Be happy that God brought you to the 12th month of 2024. The minute you think about that, a smile should instantly appear on your face. So, I love y'all. Stay tuned to what's to come. We're close to the end of the year. We got 2025 around the corner. The political climate is what it is, but I'm getting ready to do me. So, as I always conclude every episode, please protect your peace by any means necessary, like I'm doing and like I've always been doing, and do nothing without intention. Have intention behind every single thing that you do. Don't step out there unintentionally. Do nothing without intention. Bye, y'all. I need some cookies.